How are you tonight? Gorgeous.
Thank you very much. I'm trying to stay that way.
Tell me about the role you play in this film.
Well, she knows what she wants. She does a few things that are questionable, but high pressure friend group. What can you say? I can't relate.
So you mean like the kind of friends that your character have or had in this or has in this film are is not the same kind of circle friends you have.
No, absolutely not. This is like a Lagos body friend group. Yes. So they're generally from mixed backgrounds like me, very well cultured, well traveled, and adjusted mindset. We're not focused on material things as a measure of validation. Is she selling anything at all?
If you want to give the strongest guidance from the scriptures as it applies to selecting the kind of friends we surround ourselves with, what would you say? Maybe two strong words from the Bible.
The Bible says, "Do not be deceived." Evil communication, and communication in the right context means your way of life. So do not be deceived. Evil communication, evil company definitely will corrupt good manners.
Is there anything you can share on guidelines that has worked for how both of you are able to balance your friendship?
Give you the perfect guideline.
We were very lucky to have good old friends, friends who align with our values as Christians and as believers and as professionals who are very focused on their work. So we were blessed with that. So we already came to the table with all of that, some good company. But then in the marriage, when we make new friends, we talk about it. Oh, I met this person, I met this girl, I met this guy, and this. Understanding that we're both believers, that you'll be like, okay, this lady is carrying so much emotions, and situations like this may get to a point where somebody begins to get so attached to you, and you just say, I would like you to meet my wife. I want my wife to counsel you. I want my wife to talk you through this. And the same thing with me, as a film producer, I'm in a male dominated industry. So we do a lot of business with men of high value. So we're doing it together. If there's a certain meeting that's happened at an odd time, oh yeah, I'll be there with my husband,
What convinced you to back this project?
Actually, it's my story. Yeah. I thought about it, and then I called a friend of mine that is a script writer. I said, look at what I have in my mind. And she said, okay, put it in your voice note and let's see. So that was how I got talking. And then she listened to them and said, okay, Sandra, we can actually do this. And then when she gave me back the script, I called few friends of mine that are actually that I can listen to. And they saw the script and they said, this is very nice. We need to say this. We need to tell this story. So that was it. That's how it started. Yeah.
For you, why is friendship such a big thing that you're making this film and your friends were with you in the journey?
I believe in friendship. I believe the essence of friendship, but we are losing the essence of friendship. And I thought if you put this in a script, people will actually see that there's no friendship anymore. And being fake, being who you are, is not about the other person, it's you too. So I think it can create a healing in a way that when you heal the parts of you that you can connect with, it can actually make you want to be intentional in your friendship. Maybe we can start from there to start doing something that is right.
We need ladies like you to spread the message.
You should always be willing to compromise because friendship is similar to basically a relationship. So your friends are going to put you in situations that you're not comfortable with. But understanding that no matter what happens, your friend comes first helps. Because even if my friend does something wrong, I would tell my friend did something wrong behind the other person's back. I'm like, you did something wrong. But in front of the other person, I'm like, nope, my friend didn't do anything. Yeah.
I was watching a video, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, and then it's an interview with some Hollywood actors, and then they were comparing female friendships with male friendships, and they were saying, he was saying it's this guy Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad, and he was saying that for females, they don't have any reason as friends to hang out. They can just decide to hang out. But guys, it's like we always look for a reason. Like, okay, so what are we gonna do? Is that? Do you think that's true?
Yeah, but the thing is, the dynamics differs. You understand? Women always have hangouts. You understand? Like if you're going on a date with your girlfriend, you will not call me. But if you put a date with your girlfriend, she will call her friend. And I know you don't see any meaning to it, right? Although some men do it, but not often. So we will plan our reasons for being together, but most times the reasons are already there. Like football, we have football friends, beer parlor friends. So friends, we don't look out for it. We always see ourselves. I can't be seeing every day and be commenting on your status that, bro, have fun now. So say by the time I don't say yay on my status, you know that they are winning Arsenal. So it's like we always see ourselves every day. Yeah.
Duty to please.
Congratulations that everybody is going to watch your film. How was the post-production process?
Post-production process. As a director and an editor, I always enjoy post-production naturally because I stay through the process and I'm able to tell where should be where. All right. So it's not stressful. I enjoy post-production.
What can you tell me about the dynamics of the friendship between among the four ladies? What did each of them represent? Each of the ladies.
Okay. I would say social influence got into their heads. They were cool friends, all right? But when you start competing with your friend, as a lady, you don't know how much you can go to prove a point. For men, it might not mean so much, but for women, it does mean a lot.
What does each of them represent?
Ufoma, she's got money, all right? And Vina wants to show up, even though she doesn't have money. She wants to belong. And Ngozi herself, she has a PhD in mathematics. I don't know what that gives her, all right? She has a PhD in mathematics and she feels she knows it better than everyone. Then we have Aisha. She's a con artist, all right? She loves money, but she doesn't have the wherewithal to make the money. So she leveraged on the ignorance of the friends to build herself up.
What's the experience you hope people will get when they go watch the film?
Okay, I think you will have a new perspective about friendship when you watch this movie. Because a lot of time we think the friends that are betraying us are those ones that tell us the truth and always want to stand up to our unruly behavior. Not knowing that those ones who tell us how it should be are the ones that we should actually look out for as friends. All right? After this movie, you're going to have a new perspective about your friends. I mean, your friends when you get home. Thank you.
You are not shopping abroad. Then prepare for a divorce.